ASAP Rocky has been caught pants down, and there's no way he's getting himself out of this one. I mean, there's this footage of him with a mystery female acting all lovey-dovey out in the open going viral. And what about this confession from one of his mistresses?
And I never wanted to break up a happy home or be a cause of someone just saying like to get a divorce or anything like that.
The worst part is that Asian Doll has been thrown into the mix. Cheating on Rihanna with King Von's ex-girlfriend is crazy. And with all this evidence out in the open, ASAP has nowhere to hide. Let me put you on game. ASAP Rocky caught cheating. When it comes to celebrity couples, ASAP Rocky and Rihanna have always been one of those pairs that just work. Their chemistry, their style, the way they carry themselves, it's no wonder fans have been obsessed with them for years. But now, things have taken a turn. Rumors are flying that the rapper might have cheated on Rihanna. So when this video of ASAP Rocky getting cozy with a woman out in the open surfaced on the internet, you already know it caused a stir. Problem is, this is a 2019 video. It turns out that the rapper was getting cozy with Brazilian model Diane Sodri on the street in New York City. This was right after ASAP came home from Sweden, where he had been in custody for nearly a month, found guilty of assault during a fight in Stockholm, given a 2-year suspended sentence, and ordered to pay the victim damages. Although the hype around the video has died down, the source of the allegations has yet to be disproven. You see, the ASAP Rocky cheating allegations were started by an Instagram model known as Summer Booney, and according to her, the mystery woman is none other than rapper Asian Doll, King Von's ex-girlfriend. It all started when the social media star stirred the pot during a messy online argument with Asian Doll, throwing out the claim that she had been secretly hooking up with Rocky behind the scenes. And just like that, the internet lit up.
Or make some fucking music so we can back that shit up, ho. Back that shit up. Hey, Rihanna, you know Asian was fucking on ASAP Rocky, right? Asian, you want to go there? Do you want to go there? Do you want to go there?
The allegation was bold, and Summer Bunny seems confident. And while many people think they're clout chasing for promo, there's some people who think ASAP really cheated on his pregnant wife. I believe her. These men out here are for the streets, one fan said. ASAP Rocky been cheating on Rihanna though, another fan commented. Well, I would understand anyone thinking that ASAP cheated on Riri because this isn't the first time his name has hit the news for cheating while his partner is pregnant. You see, back in 2022, he was in the same exact situation. It all started with a tweet revealing that the power couple had gone their separate ways just months after she announced her first pregnancy. Rihanna and ASAP Rocky have split. Rihanna broke up with him after she caught him cheating with shoe designer Amina Muaddi. The tweet read, "At first everyone thought that ASAP really did Riri dirty since he and the alleged woman Amina Muaddi are close and have even collaborated in the past. However, less than 24 hours after the story became a trending topic, Amina was forced to come out and set the record straight. The story was a pure lie. She took to her Twitter with a long message saying, 'I've always believed that an unfounded lie spread on social media doesn't deserve any response or clarification, especially one that is so vile. I initially assumed that this fake gossip, fabricated with such malicious intent, would not be taken seriously,' she wrote. However, in the last 24H, I've been reminded that we live in a society that is so quick to speak on topics regardless of factual basis and that nothing is off limits, not even during what should be one of the most beautiful and celebrated times in one's life," she continued. "Therefore, I have to speak up as this is not only directed towards me, but it is related to people I have a great amount of respect and affection for," she wrote. While Ree is continuing to live her serene, best-dressed pregnancy life and I go back to my business, I wish everyone a beautiful Easter weekend, she concluded. The tide started turning in Rocky's favor after Amina's statement because the who had started the rumor was forced to come out and apologize for trying to stir up trouble, saying, "Last night I made a dumb decision to tweet some information I had received. I'm not going to talk about sources, blame others for a discussion that was started, etc. Because at the end of the day, I decided to draft that tweet, press send, and put that out with my name on it. So I'd like to formally apologize to all parties I involved with my actions and for my reckless tweets. I fully accept the consequences of my actions for my tweets and any harm they caused. I have no excuse for it. Again, I apologize to them for this unnecessary drama." But what's even more crazy is that this guy was friends with Amina back in 2013 and 2014. So it's safe to say ASAP was innocent this time, but not so first. Turns out this incident isn't ASAP's only cheating. Scandal because in 2024, another rumor surfaced, and this time, apologies from his accusers couldn't save him. The rumor started in August when police were called to rappers Saweetie and YG's Los Angeles area home following a heated argument. YG would then take to social media to post a lion and a cheetah, which kind of spells out lying cheater. At the time, claims suggested that the two were arguing over a cell phone incident, with people speculating that Saweetie got caught texting ASAP Rocky. What's even more crazy is that there were allegations suggesting that, just like the Amina rumors, the Saweetie cheating supposedly occurred occurred while Rihanna was pregnant with their second child. This time, the rapper decided to defend himself and took to his track Riot, where he raps, "Rag on my head like Habibi Canary, my stones look like Tweety Pass on a sweetie, I got me a Riri." While it seems like the rapper is name-dropping Saweetie, it does feel more like a flex with him saying that he chooses Riri over Saweetie. Maybe it was just his low-key way of shutting down the rumors without stirring up drama. But what's with Saweetie and cheating on rappers with other rappers? Wasn't she accused by Quavo of cheating on him with Offset? But back to ASAP and the new allegations, because if they are true, then he really did Riri dirty. I mean, the way Rihanna has held down the father of her kids is impressive. And to understand just how much of a betrayal it would be, let me put you on game about ASAP's rocky life this past few months. The ultimate betrayal. ASAP Rocky's felony trial was drama-packed, and somehow Rihanna still stole the show. I mean, ASAP was facing more than 2 decades behind bars, charged with 2 counts of felony assault with a semi-automatic firearm. But Riri couldn't help herself from being the center of attention, and somehow it kept ASAP from going to prison. That's why everyone feels like if ASAP really cheated, then bad girl Riri got the short end of the stick. You see, ASAP was in court because of his so-called friend, ASAP Relly. Relly accused his childhood friend Rocky of firing a gun at him near a Hollywood hotel in 2021. But the lead up to this incident had been in the works for years. In 2008, Rocky, Relly, and a few of their childhood friends founded the collective known as ASAP, which is short for Always Strive and Prosper. ASAP was more than just a musical crew. These guys were brothers. Each member brought something unique, but Relly had that entrepreneurial edge. He helped shape the group's identity and vision. More than that, he was the one who brought Rocky in, spotting his raw talent early on. As time went on, Rocky and Relly grew closer, but as Rocky's career started to take off, small cracks began to show. Rocky's rise was fast, his sound, his look. He had that it factor, and the industry took notice. He dropped hits, landed big name features, and soon became a household name. Not just in music, but in fashion too. ASAP Rocky was everywhere, but with all that success came distance. As Rocky's star rose, Relly found himself left in the shadows. The guy who helped kick it all off was now being pushed aside, his role in the group's success slowly forgotten. What once felt like a shared dream was now Rocky's solo spotlight, and Relly was watching from the sidelines. Even as the distance between them grew, Relly stayed loyal to the ASAP crew. He had moved on to new ventures, real estate in Costa Rica, private equity deals, and other investments. But he couldn't shake the feeling of being left behind. Rocky had once promised to support his business ideas, but those promises went unfulfilled. To Relly, it felt like Rocky had forgotten the people who helped him rise. Things came to a head in October 2021, after the death of fellow ASAP member ASAP Josh. In a group chat, Josh's mother asked for help bringing her son's body back to New York. Rocky said he'd cover the cost, but Relly didn't believe he followed through. That moment hit hard, and a fiery text exchange between the two followed. Tensions between them grew in the weeks leading up to November. A phone call between Rocky and another ASAP member, ASAP Bari, pushed things even further. Relly overheard Rocky saying, "Fuck that, Relly," and fired back with a message of his own. Rocky then asked to meet. Hoping to clear the air, Relly agreed. The two childhood friends had no idea that what was meant to be a meeting to solve their differences would soon spiral into a public legal battle. The night of November 6th, 2021 would change everything for ASAP Rocky and ASAP Relly. They had agreed to meet at the W Hotel after missed calls and messages from Rocky and other ASAP members. Relly still held on to the hope that they could fix things, but as he approached, he saw Rocky with ASAP Ills and ASAP 12E. The vibe was off. Something wasn't right. Security footage showed Rocky grabbing Relly by the collar as their talk turned heated. Then things escalated. Relly later testified in court that Rocky pulled a gun and pressed it to his chest, stomach, and head. Relly, refusing to back down, asked why he'd bring a gun if he didn't plan to use it. With people passing by, Rocky briefly put the weapon away, but the argument didn't end there. Relly, boiling with anger, followed Rocky and 12E, venting about the group's failures, including the 2015 death of ASAP Yams. On Selma Avenue, things boiled over. Relly claimed Rocky turned and fired, grazing his hand. In the chaos, Relly grabbed ASAP Ills as cover while Rocky kept firing. After 3 or 4 shots, Rocky ran off. Relly returned later, picked up 2 shell casings, and sent Rocky a video accusing him of trying to kill him. Rocky denied it all, saying Relly was making the whole thing up. Well, they ended up in court. Rocky was so confident that he refused to take a plea deal that would have seen him serve 180 days in jail and 3 years probation. According to the rapper, Relly was trying to extort him. This Reddit post claimed that in July, Relly started demanding that Rocky and Rihanna put him on payroll for the rest of his life. Lucky for Rocky, the jury saw things his way and found him not guilty of firing a gun at his former friend after 3 hours and 53 minutes of deliberations. But that's not before Rihanna steals the limelight, right from the jury selection process. TMZ reported that potential jurors were asked if they had heard of Rihanna, listened to her music, or downloaded any of her songs, and if they owned any of Rihanna's products, such as Fenty Beauty. Prosecutors also wanted to know if jurors would be able to render a fair verdict if Rihanna were in the room. During Rihanna's first appearance at the trial, news reporters and fans gathered outside the courthouse to try to catch a glimpse of the singer. She was forced to use a non-public entrance used by judges and was already seated in the courtroom when the media were allowed into the chamber. I mean, it's hard to deny that people's love for Rihanna might have slightly influenced the final verdict. Coupled with her coming to court with their 2 kids, Riri knew exactly how to win over the court. And people saw through her stunt, with one person saying, "I have such strong feelings about this. Her kids shouldn't be dragged to a courtroom to try and sway a jury." I find it pretty disgusting. Either way, Riri's support for A$AP Rocky is undeniable. And when her kid's dad was acquitted, she couldn't hide her excitement, posting, "The glory belongs to God and God alone." Thankful, humbled by his mercy. Rihanna was so locked in that she even promised A$AP Rocky's lawyer that they would name their next child after him after his successful defense. The singer was clearly doing the most. That's why if the cheating rumors are true, then that will be one heck of a backstab to the singer. Now the question is, did A$AP Rocky hook up with Asian Doll? To answer this, we have to know whether we can trust the Insta model. Summer Bunny exposed. It's really difficult to trust Summer Bunny because her claim to fame was kind of unusual.
You know, a lot of girls would just deal with this situation and just be like, yo, like, I took Cardi B's nigga. I'm the reason that they're getting a divorce or anything.
Yep, that's how we were introduced to Summer Bunny, the chick who Offset cheated on Cardi B with. But we'll get to her later because that's another wild story. Now, rapper Asian Doll has already come out to cast doubt on Summer Bunny's allegations. According to Asian Doll, Summer Bunny is nothing more than a clout chaser who needs to mention other people's names to stay relevant.
When it comes to this internet shit, these bitches not already know who they are to get clout and get posted because these bitches is nobodies. These hoes gotta attach their name to people to even be relevant, and these bitches still not relevant. These hoes fake, don't really got shit, ain't really on shit, and not really to look at. You bitches bums.
And Asian Doll might be right because she wasn't the only female celeb that Summer Bunny allegedly exposed for sleeping with another woman's husband, because even Cuban Doll found herself being exposed by Summer Bunny. Turns out, Cuban Doll was trying to take Moneybag Yo from Ari.
Hey, listen, Cal's sister, what's the name? Ari, Moneybag. Cuban trying to op you out behind your and she told me, Cuban, don't try to play with me. I'm finna air this shit out.
But what's crazy, get this, the first time we heard of Summer Bunny, she was accused of having a threesome with Offset and Cuban Doll. This story got exposed by Cuban Doll's former friend, Foreign, who took to social media to post a photo of Cuban Doll on a FaceTime call with Offset with the caption, "Oh, so Cuban Doll, you wasn't gonna have a threesome with Offset?" She then went ahead to expose the celebs that Cuban Doll had slept with, and later, a screenshot of Cuban Doll's DMs with Offset trying to set up the Offset was trying to fly out the rapper and a second woman for the undercover activity. Well, it turns out that the third woman was none other than Summer Bunny. And how do we even know this? Well, she found it fit to tell the whole world that the whole story was true. I mean, she even came on the internet crying and being remorseful for sleeping with Cardi's man.
I feel ashamed, you know, like growing up and somebody just coming from me and like to Cardi B and to like her fans and to her family, to her situation. These were never my intentions. And
according to Summer Bunny, she never wanted to break up a happy home nor see anyone get a divorce.
I never wanted to break up a happy home or be a cause of someone just saying like to get a divorce or anything like that.
In a separate video, she even apologized to Cardi B.
I would like her to know that I'm a very genuine person and I'm not here to break up our family or mess up what she has going on with her husband. And I'm very sorry that this has happened.
Of course, Cuban Doll denied the allegations and even denied knowing Offset like that, saying, "No, I don't know him. I never spoke to him. I never had no conversation with him." She then confirmed what everyone was thinking. Summer Bunny was milking this situation for all the clout she could get, saying, "I'm just caught in the middle because, you know, my name's in it. The other girl, Summer Bunny, she has no name. She don't do nothing. It's all based off of her trying to get clout." The fake crying wasn't fooling anyone, and it wasn't long before Summer Bunny took back her apology.
I take that apology all the way back. Like, it's over. Like, that the whole sorry situation is over.
Well, now everyone saw that she was nothing but a clout chaser.
People want to say, like, I'm a clout chaser, like, I'm chasing clout. Like, it's crazy. My Instagram gone.
We've already seen that Summer Bunny really can't be trusted, and that she might be lying about ASAP Rocky. But Offset has been caught numerous times cheating on Cardi B, so we can't completely rule out Summer Bunny as a liar. Take, for example, late July 2024, when Offset was spotted at a casino with a woman named Pretty Reds, whom he had allegedly been involved with in the past. And just like Riri, Cardi B was pregnant while these rumors were flying around. It got so bad that Offset and Pretty Reds felt compelled to address the situation publicly. Offset took to Instagram, where he posted a video claiming that Pretty Reds was not his girl.
Shorty? Hey, about Shorty.
He also posted saying, "People really need to do the research. I'm at a public place, gambling in a casino with a married 8-month-old. Pregnant women, what the f I look like being outside publicly cheating." Pretty Reds also spoke out to clear her name. She posted, "Shaking my head. That man wasn't with me. I was already there with my husband, sister, and brother, and I'm 7 months pregnant. Y'all really have to stop with this type of behavior." In a separate Instagram story, Pretty Reds expressed her frustration further, saying, "It's completely crazy that I even have to do this. Please, if not for me, please respect my late husband. I am just beginning to grieve. Having a night out with family is not an opportunity for clickbait. I am carrying the last gift my husband gave this earth. All I want is peace. If you're looking for a story, there is nothing to see here. Please respect all families involved. Y'all make things up, not caring about the impact. Please stop." This wasn't the only time Offset had been pictured with one of his exes, and the last time it happened, Cardi B confronted him publicly. It all began when photos surfaced online allegedly showing Offset and Jade, his ex, at the same venue but not together. Were Offset and Jade really spending time together, or was this just a case of being in the wrong place at the wrong time? Offset took to Instagram to clear his name, saying that he was only at the club for 9 minutes. "Cap, this was not my party. I had a private event at Coco. I attended a public party at Playa after and was only there for 9 minutes, and the owner will be pulling the security footage. Tired of my name being attached to dumb. Nowhere am I near this girl. I can't control where people go. It's not my party." Interestingly, Jade is one of the bartenders that Cardi B assaulted during a 2018 strip club incident. Jade and Batty Gee, sisters and bartenders at Angel Strip Club, found themselves at the center of a storm on August 29, 2018. According to their claims, the night took a dark turn when Cardi B and her entourage entered the club. The sisters alleged that shortly after Cardi B's arrival, her crew members began targeting them. What started as verbal confrontations quickly escalated into a violent altercation. Jade and Batty G claimed that members of Cardi's crew began throwing bottles and chairs at them, causing serious injuries. While initial reports suggested that Cardi B herself did not get physical, TMZ later reported that Jade and Batty G claimed Cardi threw at least one of the bottles at them. The sisters decided to take legal action in the aftermath of the attack. Jade revealed that she had previous issues with Cardi B. She claimed that Cardi had threatened her on Instagram, accusing her of hooking up with Offset. These threats, according to Jade, were not just empty words. In June of the same year, Jade and Batty G came face to face with Cardi at an Atlanta hotel. During this encounter, Cardi allegedly accused Jade of having an affair with Offset, a claim that Jade vehemently denies. The tension between Cardi B and Jade reached a boiling point on August 15th, just 2 weeks before the Angel Strip Club incident. Jade claimed that on that day, 5 people affiliated with Cardi attacked her. She described a brutal assault where she was punched, had her hair pulled, and was hit with an ashtray. This attack, according to Jade, was orchestrated by Cardi B's associates as a continuation of the threats and accusations she had faced. In September of 2022, Cardi pleaded guilty to 2 minor charges for her role in the incident: third-degree assault and reckless endangerment. She was sentenced to 15 days of community service. The original indictment included 12 charges, including 2 felonies. All 10 of the remaining charges were dropped. You can understand Cardi B's outburst, even though they happened days before the photos of Jade and Offset surfaced online. The rapper took to X to rant, saying, "Offset, you a bitch-ass nigga, and trust me, I'ma take it there." In a separate post, she said, "Fuckers will try you when you at your lowest and your most vulnerable time. You out here feeling yourself, but trust me, the tables turn." She even hopped on Instagram Live crying and put her husband on blast.
Be like, watch what I'm about to do, watch what I'm about to say. And it's so sad that I like to, this really like to play games with me when I'm at my most vulnerable time, when I'm not the most confident. He like to play games with me because he knows I'm not an easy girl.
Well, Offset is no saint, and Summer Bunny might be a lying clot chaser. But we can't rule out Asian Doll trying to sleep with someone's husband, because once you get to know her and her ratchet behavior, you might see that Summer Bunny might be onto something with her accusations. Asian Doll exposed. The Dallas rapper is as messy as they come. She's not afraid to clout chase and throw jabs on the internet. But the most shocking thing about her is that she may have been the cause of her ex-boyfriend's death. There's pretty good evidence showing that she may have slept with King Von's op to get back at him. You see, King Von was killed while in the middle of a beef with Baton Rouge rapper NBA Youngboy, and it turns out that the two had tried to get at each other by sleeping with each other's women.
Von seemingly was like, let me try and get this rap beef thing for clout to supercharge my career. He ended up getting Youngboy's baby mama Jania at some sort of studio session. There was talk that they were going to make a song together. There was rumors that they slept together. And you know, then Youngboy ends up getting Asian Doll over his house to do a song. There's rumors that they slept together. And it really, you know, it seemed like Von started dragging baby mamas into this and just escalated this thing to a level where it was out of control.
The rumors that King Von was messing with Youngboy's baby mama were backed by undeniable proof. What's crazy is that the rapper went on social media to fuel the rumor. First, Von tweeted, "Wouldn't believe the female I just made a hit with." It was not long before photos of him and Youngboy's baby mama Jania surfaced on the internet, leaving everyone saying that the two were sleeping together. Jania tried to defend himself and revealed that they were only trying to make music.
Been working. We have a song coming out. Y'all wasn't supposed to know, but fuck, it is what it is now. We have a song coming out. So when the song come out, just know it's hardest. You feel me? I'ma be a rapper. So fighting for the streets. I'm just trying to get my money to take care of my son. Period.
But Asian Doll took to her Instagram to reveal that Von and Jania had slept together. According to her, she had seen the DMs between the two and revealed that their excuse about making music was a lie.
In them DMs, I seen it. So all that songs, that shit dead. You on dick.
Youngboy, fed up with Von's antics, took to social media to clap back. He posted a photo on Instagram with the caption, "I'm gonna make sure my son fuck your daughter since you trolling." Since Von does have a daughter, it was pretty clear who Youngboy was talking about. But internet trolling wasn't enough because it turns out Youngboy wanted to get equal with his op. Well, turns out he hooked up with Von's ex, Asian Doll. Youngboy even texted his producer using Asian Doll's account. That's just nasty and goes to show that this chick will go to unimaginable lengths to make his ex jealous. And who can forget the night King Von was shot and killed in Atlanta? Von's death was tragic, but that didn't stop Asian Doll from making it about herself. She took to Twitter to reveal King Von's last words. Von's last words? "Y'all let them niggas get up on me. Stop crying, y'all let them get me," she posted. Now at the time, Asian Doll and King Von had already broken up, so the two were not together when the tragic shooting happened. You must be wondering then, how Asian Doll knew what King Von's last words were. Well, it turns out Von had been speaking to her from the afterlife through her spiritual advisor.
She's talking to Von through her spiritual advisor from after death. I talked to Von on a spiritual level with a spirit reader, and he's letting be known. He's talking for sure. He feel y'all shouldn't let them get him facts. So you talking to the dead now, Asian Doll.
Clout chasing is one thing, but what Asian Doll was doing was straight up insane. It was so crazy that Von's manager, 100K Track, was forced to call her out publicly and tell her to stop that goofy shit she was on. "Let one more person from the outside that's close to Von keep on with all this goofy shit," he wrote in one of his Instagram stories. "I promise I'm gonna expose all that goofy shit. Because I was there and got shot behind this. Y'all stop blaming people. Y'all don't even know what happened or who was involved. Y'all see one camera angle and think y'all figured it out. That goes for ex-girlfriend, family, or whoever. And by now, you should know Asian Doll isn't your average girl. She's addicted to clout." So she doubled down and made fun of Track getting shot, saying, "Why the feel you gotta come at the girlfriend? The whole world said something about y'all, not just me. Know your place. Sit the down in that wheelchair, because we saw you. We saw what happened. Say what you will about Summer Bunny and her clout-chasing ways, but Asian Doll is crazy. But did she really sleep with A$AP Rocky? Maybe not, but only time will tell. Meanwhile, if you enjoyed that video, click on the boxes playing on your screen to watch similar content.